Hello dear students, how have you been? I hope you're okay, and let's start today's lesson. In this lesson you're going to read the text about the monster and get acquainted with new vocabulary. First of all, please take your books and open page number 51. Okay, look at exercise number 1. In exercise 1, you can see 4 pictures. Yeah? You need to decide the correct order of each picture. Look, A, C, B, and D. Okay, let's try to guess it together. 1, D. Okay, and then he decided to take a picture and saw something. S, and his friend points to the log, and then they have a picnic. Let's check it. Great. Now we're going to read the text. Please listen, read, and check. You need to listen and try to read the text along with the audio.
The monster. Last summer we travelled to Scotland to go to the Edinburgh Festival. I was really excited about the festival, but I wanted to visit Loch Ness and see Nessie, the famous monster too. According to legend, it lived in this lake. We started our journey to Loch Ness very early in the morning. We soon arrived at the lake. The sun was shining, but it was a little misty. I wanted to take some photographs, so I walked to the edge of the lake. Suddenly, a long neck appeared from out of the water. It was moving up and down and from side to side. Was it the Loch Ness Monster, I wondered? I stepped back in horror, dropped my camera, and shouted for help. Help! My family tried to calm me down. A few seconds later, my dad started laughing.
It's not Nessie, John. It's a log moving up and down on the water. Look!
He was right. I started laughing at my mistake. We had a great picnic by the lake and we all enjoyed Mum's sandwiches. It's a pity Nessie wasn't there to have one.
Okay, now let's get acquainted with the vocabulary. Edge.
Edge.
Шет қыр. The edge of the table. Үстелдің шеті қыры.
Excited.
Шаттыққа бөлену. I'm excited. Мен қуанып тұрмын. Мен шаттыққа бөленіп тұрмын.
In horror.
In horror. Зәресі ұшу.
Journey.
Journey. Сапар саяхат.
Legend.
Legend. Легенда.
Log.
Log. Бөрене.
Misty.
Misty. Тұманды. Mist, тұман. Misty, тұманды.
Move from side to side.
Бір жақтан екінші жаққа қозғалу. From side to side. Side, жақ, сторона. From side to side. Бір жақтан екінші жаққа.
Step back.
Артқа бір қадам шегіну.
Travel.
Саяхаттау.
Wonder.
Қызығу мәселенің соңына түсу. Wonder. I wonder. Okay, great. Now, look at this exercise. Read and put the events in the order they happened. Мына жағдайларды ретімен қою керек. Sentence 1. They reached the lake. B. They started their journey to Loch Ness. C. John walked to the lake to take pictures. D. John realized his mistake. E. A long neck appeared. F. They had their picnic. G. His dad laughed. H. John started shouting. Okay, now they reached the lake. But before they started their journey, yes, they started their journey to Loch Ness. And then they reached the lake. And then John walked to the lake to take pictures. Then John started shouting. A long neck appeared, and then John started shouting. And then he asked his father to look at the Loch Ness. However, his dad said that's only Okay, now in this exercise, you need to read and put the events in order they happened. So we have already read the text, and now we need to decide what happened first and decide each event in order. Okay, now we are going to put the events in the order they happened. Sequence of events in stories. Write the events of a story in chronological order. This helps the reader to follow your story. So look at these 8 sentences and we need to put them in the right order. Let's read together. 1. They reached the lake. 2. They started their journey to Loch Ness. C. John walked to the lake to take pictures. D. John realized his mistake. E. A long neck appeared. F. They had their picnic. G. His dad laughed. H. John started shouting. Of course, first of all, they need to start the journey, yes? And then they reach the lake. Then John walked to the lake to take pictures where he saw a long neck, yes? And then John started shouting because he was in horror. And then his dad started laughing. John realized his mistake, that it was not a long neck but just a log. They had their picnic. Let's check. Great. Now, look at exercise number 3. Now you're going to listen to Jim talking about what happened to him during his holiday and answer the questions in the plan. 1. When did the story happen? 2. Where did it happen? 3. Was he with other people? Paragraph 2. What happened before the main event? Paragraph 3. What was the main event? And 4. What happened in the end? How did Jim feel? Now please listen and try to answer these questions. After writing your answers, please send me via email or WhatsApp.
The monster.
Last winter, I travelled to the Rocky Mountains for a skiing holiday. I was really excited as I wanted to visit the Banff National Park and see Bigfoot. We started our journey in the morning. We soon arrived at the national park. I wanted to take some photographs, so I walked into the forest. Suddenly, a creature that looked like a monkey appeared from behind a tree. Was it Bigfoot? I wondered. I stepped back in surprise and shouted for help. My family tried to calm me down. A few seconds later, my dad started laughing.
It's not Bigfoot, Jim. It's a man. Look.
He was right. The man appeared from behind the trees. He was very tall and he had a big, thick coat. I started laughing too, at my mistake. We had a great time in the national park, and we all enjoyed the scenery. It's a pity Bigfoot wasn't there, though.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to show the script. Okay, the monster. Now, please do this task. So after completing this task, send me. See you next lesson.